What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm RD, man. How's it going over there?
One of these days, you'll learn your name, buddy, and you'll be a better person for it.
Maybe
Maybe
on both accounts. How about that?
Who knows? Who
Oh,
cares, really?
no
Here's
one.
what I care about. We watched the movie Balls Up.
Ha!
Just came out on Amazon Prime. Marky Mark, minus the Funky Bunch, but Paul Walter Hauser's in it, Molly Shannon, Lou Diamond Phillips, Sacha Baron Cohen. It's got a great cast in it. I'm just gonna tell you right out of the gates. You mentioned it a second ago, but the first thing I wrote down is Paul Walter Hauser is a genius. Like,
It's so great. He's so great.
he's so like everything I've seen him in. Like the first thing I saw him in was Cobra Kai.
Okay.
He's in Cobra Kai, and I thought his character's hilarious in that. And then everything I've seen him in since then is just
I remember seeing him he was on a plane eating pretzels, looking out the window, and some lady was like, hey, can my daughter switch her that she's never seen or whatever? We're about to fly over. She's never been on a plane window seat. She wants to see over there. He goes, well, this is probably a good time. She can learn a valuable life lesson here. It's like book a seat you want to sit in so you can see what you want to see, and
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Not everything's for free, and you can't just rely on strangers for all your,
Yeah,
It's
that's from I think it's like Queen Pins or something like that.
I
It's
don't know.
it's a movie with Kristen Bell where she's like getting like coupons that were
Oh, is
like
that the coupon?
yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah, I've
coupon
seen
one. And it's got him, Kristen Bell, Vince Vaughn's in it.
that.
But yeah, no, he's magical in that movie.
He's
Like
great. He's so
he's so
damn good.
he's so good, dude. Like, and I will say this, I think Marky Mark he's his comedy chops are pretty underrated, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think he's pretty good, but I don't think he gets as much credit, I think, as he deserves.
He
He's
was
done a
good
lot of
in this
comedies
movie
lately. He was Molly Shannon's character is magical. She's just a pure legend.
I put on here starts off wild, a company that sells rubbers, and then you got like, and I was like, what the hell? If that's their whole job, that's what Marky Mark and Hauser does. They work at their marketing team or duo or whatever for a rubber condom company, but it's like everybody's uncomfortable all of a sudden. You know what I mean? They brought out like a vibrating dildo. He activated, suction cupped it down. Things just vibrating all over the place. And the lady's like, I'm so uncomfortable. I go, you work for a company that holsters wieners.
But it's just how awkward
Oh, it's awkward as shit.
he is, right? It's just how awkward he is, right? Because when they're making their big presentation to the World Cup, right? And Marky Mark's doing the presentation, it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
But Paul Walter, he's just so bad with it. And it's just so awkward. It's just funny. They're like, did we invite Scott from HR? And Molly Shannon's like, no, we didn't invite him. And he's like, I'm right here. She's like, oh.
I have a note that says typical HR looking rep, and HR always sucks. HR is never listen, kids. HR is not your friend. They're there to protect the company, not your ass.
Not your friend. But yeah, every time she's like, no, HR isn't in here right now. And he's always in there. He's like, I'm right here. She's like,
yeah. And Marky Mark comes out of the gate with you're talking about his comedic chops. He's got drops a one-liner in there, and because it's about when he's doing when Richard Hauser, what's his name in this thing anyways? Hold on, Elijah. When Elijah is giving his spill, and he's like, oh my god, this is the most terrifying thing on earth. I wish a meteor hit me right now or something like that. Well, anyways, as he's fumbling around with this dildo vibrating all over the place, and Marky Mark goes, anytime with that meteor, God. I was like, yeah, Marky Mark's an a-hole in this movie, but you get a little bit more of him or whatever. Yeah, he's a jerk at first, and he's, I don't know, semi-jerk towards the end, but they all become friends or whatever.
I'll become, and I think Lou Diamond Phillips is just magical. I wanted more of him in it.
Why do you keep calling him Lou Diamond Phillips?
Is that not his name?
Is that you talking about the chief?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. Wait.
No, the guy that's the head of the World Cup, and he gets fired, and
that's Senor Santos, man. That's Benjamin Bratt.
That's Benjamin Bratt. I thought that was Lou Diamond Phillips.
I thought you were
he was great. He was great.
He
He
is,
looks like Lou Diamond Phillips.
yeah.
Let me tell you that.
And I was like, you don't ever, I triple space this thing. Don't knock drunks off the wagon. Marky Mark's like, come on, one toast, man. It's not gonna be just a sniff.
Just sniff it. And he takes that drink, and it's just.
He slams it, does a bunch of shots, knows a crack dealer, is getting crack delivered to the bar. He's going to strap that ball holding rubber. If you didn't know, kids, okay, or people watching, not kids, they invented this. Elijah invented this rubber, but it doesn't just protect the shaft; it goes over the boys too. You know what I mean? So you tuck those things in because he's a real germaphobe, and
Right.
they don't like. And like Molly Shannon even said too, I don't like it. It feels like a bag of dog poop just slapping you. Whatever. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, he's like, I'm gonna strap this thing on. So he pulls down his pants. He's in a club. All of a sudden, he's Tarzan because he slips and he's bare ass naked, swinging back and forth. Big old scandal. Gets fired. They lose the deal. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, but he's great.
But when he's sitting there trying to smoke the crack and he just keeps blowing out his lighter, just he's like, lights it again.
Even Elijah showed it with some coffee. Who wants some coffee? Like he's got 2 carafes of coffee, just ready to roll.
God, it's just. I think it's at its best in the beginning of the movie, and I think it kind of loses a little bit of steam after they get fired. Now it's still funny and it's got its wheels off moments, but then it's also got its moments where it kind of drags on a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the whole premise of it is, they're at the World Cup final, Argentina versus Brazil. Argentina's up 1-0. We're in extra time, and there's it's a sausage essentially, but
Yeah.
I can't remember what the Brazilian term for it is.
Yeah.
But he thinks it's the condom company that got it, mocking them, and it's mocking him the entire time. And Elijah just goes running after him and goes and tackles him, and Marky Mark's chasing him. It's Brad, right?
Yeah.
Brad in sales.
Yeah.
And Brad is running after him, and he blocks the ball it's going in the goal.
He gets drilled right in the face.
Right. Stops it from going in. The letter of the law is if something like that happens, you just pick up where it was at. They pick up, time expires, Brazil loses, and it's in Brazil on top of that. Like,
it's unreal.
And just everything about all of that is hilarious. The Larry David interpreter app.
Oh my god, I want one of those so bad. I want one so bad.
It's so good.
He goes, run. They're going to kill it. They're going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. We're all going to kill you. Brazil's going to kill you. And he starts freaking out. Oh my god. Yeah. So they get thrown in the slammer, and the Ministry of Defense comes by, and he's like, we're not going to do anything. We're going to let you go. And it's like, they started realizing that letting them go is just not the best idea. So they go tearing ass off, and oh my god. And
first Brad's like, this is great, let's go. And he's like, Elijah's like, hold on a second, let's think about this. We should have a police escort going out the back door, all of this. He goes, he's releasing us to the wolves. He's like, you're right. Oh no, they sense fear. So just be cool. And Elijah can't be cool.
He walks in, he's like, oh god, no one's paying attention to him at all. Until Brad loses his damn phone, and then they're like, oh, they're sitting there dicking around for 5 seconds, and then these women are out there looking at it. All of a sudden they see him, they're like, yeah. And whatever the word is, it's like the stupids or something like that. But and then a whole crowd of, it's just a mob of people chasing them, and then guess who shows up?
Whole freaking Senor shows up, and he's going to save the day. He's in his 12 steps of recovery. He went on a 2-month bender after that. He's been sober for what, like 9 days or something like that.
Went from 9 years to 9 days. 9 days sober. He locks them up in a 78 Volkswagen Beetle, man. Just get in. It takes off, and then all of a sudden they get cornered by a drug cartel. Enter Sacha Cohen Baron after they get taken back to his mansion or whatever. Oh my god, he's great. I have on here, I go, why is he doing a Christopher Walken accent?
Why not?
He's supposed to be Portuguese. He sounds like Christopher Walken.
But that whole thing is he's talking about, he learned English when he went to school at Ole Miss. And they're like, "Oh yeah, Peyton Manning." No, Eli Manning. Yeah, no, Eli Manning was kind of a dick to my cousin or whatever like that. He's like, "Yeah, no, I've heard of that about Eli."
He's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah,
He's tricky. That's what Eli's tricky.
but, yeah,
Right from sales, man. He can talk himself out of anything.
yeah. He's excited because he won them a bunch of money because he bet on the under for it, and so he won an absurd amount of money,
30
and so
million.
he's just going to protect them for the rest of their lives. They just have to live on his compound, which he destroyed a rainforest to get. They're like, "Oh, it looks real nice." Yeah, you should have seen it before. There's rainforest everywhere.
Just mows it down. And then he goes, what about all the people? Well, we had mass graves. There's a mass grave out there full of bodies. I'm like, holy hell, man. This guy's crazy. And he's wheels off the entire time.
He shoots the one guy, and they're like, "Oh," he's like, "Get rid of him. You want us to put him in the mass grave?" He's like, "No, go take him to the spot." Yes, the mass grave.
No, he goes, lazy river. Put him in the lazy river.
Lazy river.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! But yeah, dude, it's just one thing after the other, and the whole time she was the district attorney of Brazil that was going to take the case,
Mhm.
and Elijah, fires her because he's like, "No, I don't want to ruin your life. Go, you're free." She's like, "No, listen to my plan," and they're like, "No, no, you're free. Go, go." Right? You're fired. Get her out of here. I don't want to see her. We're gonna represent ourselves. Elijah went to law school there for a little bit, and he starts quoting a case. And Brad's like, "You know what? Blah blah blah." It basically tells him to shut up, right? But yeah, it's just one thing after the other. They run into some guys who are some like hippies that are protesting these poachers
The Gators.
for this gator that they ended up killing. Well, they didn't necessarily kill, right? The,
So
there was a
before they
whole
left, so Sasha's, palace, they were going to be smuggling some, booger sugar down there,
they
right?
had to test it out. They had to test it out to
Oh,
see
they
if it
wanted,
worked.
they wanted to test these new rubbers, these dong rubbers, and so they filled them up, and two of his guys downed it like it was nothing. And then you get about 5 minutes of Marky Mark and Elijah trying to stuff these things down their throat and bringing it back up or whatever. And it's crazy as hell. Finally, Brad gets his down. And then the wife of Sasha Cohen, what is his name in this movie? Hold on. I know it right here. Pavio. His wife. It's like, hey, come with me, American, whatever. He goes, oh, okay, yeah, no problem, or whatever. He's like, oh man, my stomach kind of hurts from that dong, like cocaine dong I got in there. And then that's like a whole nother thing. But yeah, he finally
You find out his sister is Giselle.
yeah, yeah. And he comes out, in a lingerie and a angel feathers and whatnot, and he's like, yeah, this is. He goes, oh, that's awesome, and he just turns the gun right to him. You got 3 seconds to put that dong down your throat, and he's like,
Goes balls first.
he puts your balls first. He gets in there. Oh, balls first. That was an interesting move. He was like, once you're past the balls, everything else you just slide on down. God. Then they get their rival is surprise. They're taking over by shooting everybody, killing everybody left, right, and center, and they get away. And that's when they run into those hippies, protesters in the rainforest. But that's how they bagged the gator, though. They
yeah. But yeah, Eric Andre's there, and he's just great. Like he always shows up as kind of like bit parts and things. Like when he was in Righteous Gemstones, he was great. But yeah, he shows up as a little bit part of this, just a little bit. And I mean, he's just funny the entire time he's on the screen.
Yeah, he's pissed at the like one of the chicks there. She'll bang everybody. Shannon bangs everybody, but won't bang him for some reason.
him and another guy.
And
he was like, not everybody's.
Yeah, she's walking like Brad gets there, or Brad and Elijah get there, and she's like, he goes, yeah, what are y'all doing here? Well, we're lost, we were on the run. Oh, okay, what do you, they're making eye contact or whatever. And he goes, let's go on up here. There's a good place to screw. So he's there 5 seconds. She's already ready to nail him, and then Elijah's like, hey, Brad, don't do it. Oh, you're coming too?
Come on, let's go.
And then that's where you see where they got poachers hung up there. There's cameras. He goes, y'all got cameras everywhere? And they're like, yeah, we got to keep an eye on poachers. And of course, that's what's his
one
name?
of our favorite alligators went missing today, right? And that's when they realize it. They're like, oh shoot, we got to go.
And it's them making tacos and eating the damn thing.
High-fiving with the paw, scratching his back.
You're so damn good. High-five it. And they finally get away, and they're floating down a raft. They're getting shot at, and then again, here comes the minister of defense, and he's like, we're gonna bring you back and essentially kill you, put you in,
Yeah.
put you in jail and then hard labor and whatever. And he goes, and it's funny because Elijah finally balls up to me and was like, "Hey, why don't you get back here?" What did he call his? He called the boat something stupid. Your little dinghy raft, and turn around and go back to where you came from,
Yeah.
and we'll just go
Tell
about business.
everybody it's just a game to get over it, blah blah blah. He's like, okay, I'll tell everybody just that, and that you sailed off, not realizing they're getting ready to go down the biggest waterfall in the world, right? And they use the balls up condoms as flotation devices,
They blew
and
him up, put him on like water wings.
dude, and they're saved by, turns out, the district attorney, she was actually she was a spy from Argentina coming to save them because they won the World Cup for them essentially, and they live out their days in Argentina. Is they do the condom again, right? They're the official condom of the World Cup and Argentina, and they live out their days there, and yeah, and there's so many other funny parts in it, like
And they
just
realized football is life.
yeah, right.
They realized football is life. The whole full circle.
It's
It's a
just the
game. It's a
circle of
game. It's
life.
a game. It's life, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, is it's completely dumb, stupid. I think it's at its best in the first 15 minutes of it,
Oh god.
but it's still good throughout the entire movie. This falls under the six pack and a pizza category,
Oh yeah.
right? Get yourself a six pack of beer, get yourself a pizza, shut off your mind, and just enjoy stupidity because
I'll,
that's
I'll,
what
I'll
you're getting.
probably watch this again. Again, 2026 just came out, hour and 44 minutes, 4.7 out of 10 on IMDb, 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. Roger Ebert gave it a 1 out of 4. 40% of Google users like this movie. It was actually just released yesterday, so April
Oh,
5th.
was it? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I happened to see it when I pulled up. We were watching something else. It's like, ooh, but yeah, man, I will watch this again just because you're right. It's like something you want to put something stupid on, and it's just kind of dumb, but it's funny. There's some funny ass parts.
It's dumb, it's funny. Paul Walter Hauser is great. Molly Shannon, great. I mean, just Marky Mark, completely underrated comedic chops. Just the way that it's his natural. It's just kind of like his dry style, like almost kind of serious, clueless type comedy with him. Just kind of like he was in Daddy's Home, um, the other guys. Some of those other comedies that he's been in. It's just kind of his style, just kind of the way he is. So, Balls Up is one of those movies that fully commits to being dumb, and somehow that's exactly why it works. It's loud, chaotic, and leans hard into the over the top humor that either hits you perfectly or completely misses. There's no middle ground here. The jokes come fast, the energy stays high, and you can tell the cast is having fun with it. It's not winning any awards, but that's not the point. If you're looking for something deep, skip it. But if you want to turn your brain off and laugh at something ridiculous, Balls Up might be worth the ride.
Exactly.
There you
Exactly.
go. There you go. But hey, have you seen Balls Up yet? Let us know what you think. Funny, not, is a hit, miss with you? Just tell us. Just tell us. We want to know. We're dying to know what you think.
Maybe. I don't know.
As always, guys, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
Talk to you later. Deuces.